Okay, getting right to the point as far as the relationships go. You're in a relationship because you want to be in a relationship, okay? It's the morning time, and for the most part, a lot of people, their schedules are off. They're off schedule. I'm seeing like a lot of people don't have the same exact schedule in their relationship. So how do you sync your schedules so that you can have more time for each other? I think the biggest thing that I've seen as far as a relationship goes is that you need to allow the person to have their me time. It's not always going to be about you. Okay? So even if you have a long stretch of time where you're not seeing each other, say like for a week, you still got to let your partner have me time. I've already stressed this, but it has to be re-stressed again because everything that I go through, I'm going to get hit with, of course, but then you are possibly going through the same thing. And it's the morning time, so this is really raw and unedited content. I'm not actually reading anything. So for the most part, just let your partner have me time. Let them go by themselves to places. It's a matter of trust and elasticity. Is that how you say it? The rubber band, going back and forth. You just gotta let them stretch out a bit, but that is in the realm of, people could possibly like them in other social events that they're going to. It's because, like for instance, I don't like golf. I like the virtual golf. I like actually doing golf virtually. But the expense as far as going golfing is beyond my means of reach and common sense. But other people, they have a financial scope about themselves that they can go anywhere they want to and go golfing, and much blessing to them. But as far as for me, I can't go there. So, but your spouse can, okay? He can go golfing, or she can go golfing, etc., etc. Tennis. Now, I know that she likes tennis, but I don't like tennis. So the relationship can go on for a year, and then you realize you like things, and then she likes things, whatever your spouse is, and you just have to allow them to go by themselves. Just let them go. It actually produces, well, I don't want to say freedom, but I would say more trust. I love the morning. Yeah, and getting all this stuff off your chest is therapeutic for me. I've been saying things, kind of take their toll, and it was because I wasn't doing YouTube content. So for those that are kind of hemming and hawing about doing YouTube content, you just got to do YouTube content and just do it and make the music like you do with Ari at home. Those that know Ari at home, I've watched his videos back and forth and back, and there's moments in time where he's producing something absolutely fantastic, but he's walking and he's producing music and nobody's listening to him. Nobody's paying him any attention except for his live stream. So getting back to the point, you got to let somebody walk. You got to let your spouse walk. And it's for them to blow steam. It's for them to go on ahead and get things off of their chest, even though they're not the most vocal person in the world. They, can hold things in. So just let them go and do what they need to do. Yeah, that's the biggest thing that's hitting me. And so it's possibly that it's hitting you as well. I've been seeing people actually, take, what is this? Take breaks, during work. I'm a more of a marathon type person, and I like just giving my all, even though people might see it as slow. I am actually giving my all, but then I can get reckless. So that's the issue with me. If I speed up, I'll get reckless. I'll get hyper, and so people can see that as a, how would you say, just paradox? And there's a reason why I do things like the way that I do. It's because of the reasons of mentality. So I've been finding out that, my spouse loves me because I can filter through thoughts in a conversation, and that I'm actually going through the argument, but then I'm actually canceling myself out. I mean, as the words would come out, I'm in third person, and I'm speaking as James. So she's just looking at the scenario like it's quite funny that this should be an argument. However, you're canceling yourself out. You're self-correcting. You're actually correcting yourself, and I don't have anything to say, which is a nice feature about me. Where does that come from? I don't know. I think, as far as relationships go, people should get more into meditation, and actually the guided meditations that you see on YouTube, because they have helped me out a lot. I've actually presented my problems to AI, and I know that there's this big, huge thing right now where this AI actually talked this young man into suicide. But in the defense of OpenAI, I would say that, like there's car crashes with, I don't want to say car crashes, but there's accidents with the Harley Davidsons. And people are on these motorcycles, and they have these really bad accidents. I mean, dislocated legs, etc. But you don't sue, even though it's a loss of life, you don't sue this whole corporation based on, you built this motorcycle with some type of defect, and that's why I crashed. Well, that's what you do when you get on a motorcycle. Like I have an e-bike, for instance, and going faster than, 10, 12 miles per hour, it gets into, I can really crash. But you can do that on a 10-speed bike. You can crash on a 10-speed. So, but in the defense of the parents, I would say that OpenAI would probably, what they have to do is just allow the AIs only to come through games. So I know that's a far-fetched, far-fetched reality, but I'm trying to lessen the fact that in relationships, let's get back to the original point. With relationships, you got to let the other person walk. You got to allow the person to have their me time. You got to let them do what they want to do without you. Okay? Just let it happen a few times so there can be a connection of trust. Now, on to the second thing. As far as accidents with AI, well, then that means that every person can sue everybody else for any type of accidents in an airplane, in a motorcycle, or with an e-bike, or even with a 10-speed. But my condolences for the parent that actually lost a child based on advice from an AI. But we just can't close down all the AIs because of an accident. We can put up precaution, and so my precaution is pretty drastic. I'm asking like OpenAI just to go on ahead and for children that are using AI, they can be restricted to having AIs put into NPCs and allow AI to infiltrate NPCs, like in Grand Theft Auto and all these other types of games, so that the child or the kid can know that they're in a game and that they're accessing GPT through the game, but then they know it's a game. So they don't take it seriously that, oh yeah, this is a black screen and I'm putting in my request and I get an answer back and this is a secluded event. But if it's pushed towards games, then the child or the youth or teenager knows that they're in a game and they're talking to an NPC, and an NPC says something wild, and so they're in their young mind, they can say, oh yeah, this is just a game and I'm not supposed to take it seriously. But they can get the same advice, but at least they got that platform, this is a game. Now, that's been weighing on my heart, so there it is. Is that possible? Can ChatGPT infiltrate NPCs? I guess it's just a $ in the coding process. I think that's what it is. It's just a $. So at the end of a certain sequence of syllables, I don't know coding so well, so that's up to you coders. However, that's the point. So I'll keep it to that. And you don't have to like, or you don't have to subscribe. I'm like Ari at home. I'm making music, and if anybody's listening, they are listening. If not, they're not. So that's the point. Let's keep it that way, and let's not repeat ourselves. See you later.